Welcome back to the Power in Your Voice podcast. We would like to first say thank you to those who tune in week after week, those who share the link on various platforms. Thank you. Y'all, this season, we are excited to bring you some hot and new topics. We are ready to push you further into your destiny. If you feel stuck or even overwhelmed, I want you to tune in and have a mind of expectancy, because we believe that if you challenge it, it will change.
Welcome back to the Power in Your Voice. This is Dr. Linda. I am so grateful to all of my listeners that always come weekly to listen to the podcast. So I just want to send a shout out to you all. Thank you so much for tuning in to this cast that we have. Always trying to bring a word of encouragement to you, your family, your friends. So thank you again for listening. Y'all, we are into the Mother's Day weekend. It is Mother's Day, and we like to just take a pause and just appreciate our mothers and to allow them to know how important that they are to us. So I have me and my team, you know what we do. We come in and we come together and begin to discuss or talk about our topics. And we always pray that it's a blessing to you. So tonight or today, whatever time you're listening to us, y'all, guess what? The topic is, how important is she? That's what we want to talk about. How important is she? That is your mother, your grandmother. It could even be your godmother, whoever it is that God has blessed to be a part of your life, to make sure that you make it to your destiny. So we want to make sure that we talk about this today. So I'm going to start out with my oldest daughter, who made me a mom. Oh, wow. Who made me a mom. And I tell you what, we want to talk about how important is she. Come on, Renee, let's talk about how important is she.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Linda. First of all, I want to say happy Mother's Day to my mother, who is Dr. Linda. I believe God loved me so much that he offered me unto her. And I'm so thankful for an amazing mother. So happy Mother's Day to my mother. How important is she? When I hear you ask that question, the first thought that comes to my mind is a mother that carries her child, or a mother that carries a child in general. You know, how that mother carries that child determines the health of that baby when that baby is born. So that mother more than likely is going to make sure she's eating good and making sure that she's taking care of herself by exercising, just doing things that taking the proper medication that the doctors give, like such as prenatal vitamins and stuff like that, just to make sure that that baby is healthy. Because a mother really don't, instructions never come with the child. And so you have to figure out how to raise this baby the best way that you know how. So how important is she? She's so important that she has to pray. She's so important that she has to sometimes push her needs aside. She's so important that sometimes her career doesn't happen right away to be the best mother that she could be. Sometimes she's so important till she loses sleep to make sure that you get what you need. She's so important till if you need a bed, she'll make some room for you to get in there. I think about one time my niece had her father was deployed. And I think about my sister, how she had to stop what she was doing in the middle of, she was literally in the middle of something, but because her child needed just a hug, she had to stop, and she made that moment special for her. because she's important. A mother is so important when she knows the need that God has entrusted. God has entrusted the mother to be the mother. And when you understand that God has entrusted you, you understand that you are important. And so how important is she? She's very important. She's very important. Even, and I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna pass it on back on to you, Dr. Linda. She's so important that there are times that she knew that she had to give up her child because she wasn't able. So you have adoptions to come in, and you have surgery. You have, they give up their rights to let someone else do a job that you're not at the moment capable of. That's how important she is. And so even those that have lost their mothers, this is what I want to encourage you with. She was so important till she left something behind for you. Whether you pick it up now or whether you pick it up later, she's that important because she left something with you. She carried you to leave something with you. She's just that important. I know I can't touch up on all of it, but she's important. Back to Dr. Linda.
Wow, that is so powerful. Wow. My goodness. Woo. How important is she? That thing is powerful. Yeah, she has a lot to look and she look forward to, a lot of things that she can't look forward to. And I tell you, a mother is something that is so important. Ebony, let's talk about this. How does the reward of being a mother overrides all of the tiredness, all of the ups and downs, and all of the things that could cause us to be frustrated in being a mother? How does the reward takes over and you look at the reward of it? Talk to me about that.
Before I answer my question, I do want to add to what my sister was saying on how important a mother is. And as she was speaking, I thought about that because I said, mothers can be dead, and yet children are still living off of what she planted inside of them. And that goes from parents that, mothers that pass away, that the kids never got to meet their mother. There's always that something that they say, I remember her smell, or my dad told me this about her, or my aunt taught me this. So it's so amazing that she's so important that even after she is dead and gone on, there's still so much that the kids have to live off of that is still planted by the mother. So I just had to add that because I was like, wow, that's something.
That's good.
But to my question, I'm a jokester. So I'm the type of person that be like, it don't. There is no reward because you just be so tired. But what I'm reminded of is what my grandmother told me when my babies were smaller. My grandmother told me, Grandmother Rogers, she just said, take care of your babies because they don't stay small long. And I was looking at her like, okay, but she's just looked at me and she said, take care of your babies because they don't stay small long. And I said, yes, ma'am. And I'm reminded of, it doesn't matter what you go through as a mother. It doesn't matter how you feel. You cannot let your child know all the time that you're afraid. I say certain things at my job with a straight face and they're like, oh, so you confident? And I said, no, I have kids. So I learned how to tell you that I'm okay, but I'm really scared. And I said, because you can't let your children know that you're scared. You have to be able to stand strong and do it. So even in the midst of being tired, you're still going to make sure your child has everything that they need. You're going to work extra, longer hours just to make sure you've provided. Not everybody is able, and then there are some mothers that don't. But us that have took on, this mothership to say, God, you entrusted my child with me for whatever reason, help me to take care of them. It is a lot of prayer. Just praying for their future. I do a joke with my kids all the time. I said, I'm investing in you now in sports and all of this. I said, because I want my money back. I want my reward for raising y'all. So I joke with my kids on that. But even it just doesn't matter how tired you are as a mother. Yes, there are times where I have to, I set a timer, y'all, for my kids, because I have a daughter that can talk, baby. She can talk. So I have to set a timer to say, I just need 10 minutes. And when that timer goes off, I just hear them little footsteps coming. I heard your timer go off. So can I talk now? And my ears are all open. It doesn't matter that I needed more than 10 minutes, but I understood the importance of being a mother and what they need from me, both of them. So in spite of being tired, I mean, I don't always see the rewards day by day, but I definitely see the rewards and hear the little things, from the schools. I go to the school and they're like, oh my God, those are your kids? And I'm like, yes, ma'am. Oh my God, your kids are so amazing. Like, we really like your kids. They're obedient, they're respectful. And I'm like, thank you. You get other parents. My kids need to hang out with your kids, so
great.
Those are the rewards that I'm reaping now. Yes, mine are still smaller, but it wasn't easy getting to that point. It was a lot of work. But if you start with them younger, and as they get older, you realize you don't have to do as much. You can give the look, or you can say what you need to say, or you can talk to them and things like that. So, I'm still reaping my reward. Yes, I'm tired, but y'all, even dragging foot, as my sister was mentioning, if they cough in the middle of the night, I'm up checking on them. Are you still breathing? Are you good? Even though I'm tired, even though I really just want to lay in the bed, I got to get up early to make sure you look presentable walking out this house. I got to get up early to make sure you have eaten. So in spite of being tired, I still have to push through as a mother, which lets me to know that it's all part in the nurturing part. It's all a part of the cultivating them, teaching them what they need, because as my grandmother said, they won't be babies long.
That is so amazing. There are some great rewards, as you said, when others tell you how obedient your child is, and how mannerable they are. Those are great rewards, because we don't always get to see those things, because sometimes we're disciplined. Hey, go sit down, don't do this, and things like that. But we reap the benefits when others come back and tell us. And I'm telling y'all, it is some amazing things that could be really said about this. How important is she? Man, I'm not going to even get into it, because I won't be able to really ask the questions that I need to ask to encourage you, because I know I have an amazing mom. So we're not going to even start yet. Jalen, I need to ask you a question about this, because I know that you're not a mom yet. And I just want to hear what you have to say about what influence or what decision do you think that making to have a child or not to have a child, what influence your decision to make that decision?
Okay, first of all, did you hear anything that they just said? That's all the influence I need right there.
Oh my goodness, she a
That's
mess.
all the influence I need right there to say, just don't even do it. Just here, if you missed any of it, just rewind. If you're not a mother yet, just rewind a couple more minutes, and it's gonna influence you right there. And then they didn't even mention y'all. This children is expensive. Do y'all hear me? Y'all, my friend just had a baby. So we went to her gender reveal party. They asked for some diapers. Y'all, a box of diapers was $40. I said, cancel me. You don't got to worry about me. But anyways, no.
Oh goodness. Oh.
I mean, I understand. I've had excellent mother figures in my life that have been great role models. But so I understand that having a kid is more than just dressing them up, taking pictures and posting it on Facebook and Instagram to get some likes. It's not like where you can babysit and then get a kid back that night when the parents come back to pick them up. This is 24 hours, 365 days, whether you sick, whether you tired, whether you depressed, whether you don't want to do it or not. It's all of that. You have to assume position. So that's a lot of influence right there. But I also see the reward, like now being able to call my mom and just see her be so proud of her kids now that we've all grown up, and just being able to see them prepare to leave a legacy for their children. And they don't even just think about their children anymore. They think about their children's children at this point.
Yes.
And just being able to keep that legacy. So it's really about establishing legacy and building that empire for your family. And then also on the side note, my great grandma, but I call her grandma, she told me stop saying I don't want these kids.
That had to be Grandma Rogers.
It sure was. So I'm gonna just let y'all in on the secret, because I want 0 and my husband wanted 4. So we gonna compromise and we gonna do 2. Okay. So that's all the influence I needed.
Thank you so much, Jayla. I want Davion to weigh in on this. Talk about how important is she? Just give me a snippet, Davion.
Yes. So, man, first of all, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, and happy Mother's Day to my mom. Man, I can talk about how important is she, because matter of fact, what I'll give is a great story of how important she is. Something was going on in my life. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do as a career. I had just graduated high school, and I was just going through like just a depressing like moment in my life. And I will never forget, real quick, I'm walking through the house. I know you know this story too, Mom. I'm walking through the house, and my head was probably hung down low, and I'm just walking through the house looking sad. And my mom said, "That's enough." She said, "You need to lift your head up." Y'all, and I don't know what it was. She said, she went on to say some other things to me, but she pretty much just shook me at that moment, and like, I needed to hear that. So that just goes to show how important she is, because that's not the only instance in my life where my mother has done that for me. So that goes to show the encouragement and the comfort and the care that my mom, and I know that other moms all across the world give their children, that is needed. It's a mother's kind of love that is important. So I appreciate that, Mom. Happy Mother's Day.
That is so great, grandson. Y'all, our time always it comes to a close so fast. But I just want to say to all of the mothers, the grandmothers, the godmothers, whatever role you play, I would like to say happy Mother's Day to all of you. And I wish that you have the best Mother's Day ever. To those mothers To those that who mother is no longer on this side of the world, I know that your mother left you something great, such a great legacy. And I know she is being missed, but make sure you live out that legacy. The things that she taught you, do not allow them to die, but let them live. Tell your children, tell your great grandchildren, tell your family about your mom if she's deceased, and let that generation go on and on and on. I love you all. Happy Mother's Day to my daughters. Happy Mother's Day to you. You're a great mom, and I'm so happy to be a part of your life. I thank God for all of the children that I have, and I have great children. So with that note, y'all be blessed and happy Mother's Day. Peace out.